is up, guys? Dan here with Attitude Iron. Today we are going to teach the 360. So the 360 is your basic mace movement. It is just a circle that comes around. You'll notice I'm not going up and back. I'm going up and kicking out to the side. I'm letting my hands disappear behind my head. I am exerting force now and now, but no time in between there am I exerting force. Those are all gonna be key parts to work on here. So, the first thing we're gonna learn is the pendulum, okay? The pendulum, you're going to take your mace and put it behind your head like so. And we're gonna start turning our body, letting our wrists be nice and loose, and swinging back and forth. I want you to think pull up, push down, pull up, relax, pull up, relax. As you're swinging, you'll notice my hands start to bob up and down over the top. See what that looks like from the back. So we're back. Couple really important things. The first is, most importantly, the whole point of the pendulum is to get used to that stretch that you're gonna be feeling in your lat and in your tricep. And you're not gonna get that unless you let your hands disappear behind your head. Letting your wrists be nice and loose and letting the momentum kind of carry your hands up and down as makes sense, okay? That is the thing that will make it so you do not have like super sore elbow tendonitis as you start building up reps here. Second thing to be aware of, there are 4 different grips. This is my left hand on the bottom. It can go toward that way, it can go to that shoulder. Left hand on bottom, going to that shoulder is another direction. Okay, that's 2. Switch your hands. Now my other hand's on the bottom. Over that shoulder and over the other shoulder. So, long term, you're gonna wanna be good at all 4 of those movements. If you only keep your hands stacked one way, you'll get a lot more grip work on the top hand than the bottom hand. So, initially, at the very least, you're gonna have a grip that feels good in a direction that feels good. A lot of people will be this hand on bottom, going over the opposite shoulder. That's fine, but then when you're training the other direction, I want you to switch your hands so you don't get overworked there. Eventually, I'll do sets where it's sets of 10 each side with one hand on bottom, both directions, then switch the next set, I'll switch and go the other way. As long as you're getting it mixed up fairly regularly, you won't have any weird overuse injuries. Now, back to the actual 360. One thing that I like to do with folks that are learning is we need to hit that pendulum to get a feel for it. But the second thing is just understanding how the start happens. So you're starting from your belly button, you're gonna go up, and people will tend to go up and back. And if you do that, where's your pendulum gonna go? We just made our pendulum go this way. If our tip goes back, your pendulum now goes this way, and that's when you'll start hitting yourself in the butt, okay? So, what I need people to practice, and I like holding the mace upside down because then it's easier to control when you're first figuring this out. At first, I teach it in 2 motions. It's a up and a twist, not a move over, an up and a twist of the wrist, which puts the end of the mace all the way out there. If the weight is all the way out there, it's gonna make the pendulum this way, right? So if I up and I twist, it's gonna naturally swing out here, okay? Up, twist, drop. Up, twist, drop, okay? Now, after it goes up and it twists and it drops, you could do some pendulums, but when it's time to go over, you need to pull straight down to your belly button. Once you get the hang of the mace getting out and it penduluming to the side, you will instinctively try to think about bringing it around like this. When you do that, it gets super freaking wild and you'll start catching all kinds of weird ways and having to stabilize oddly, okay? Once you tip out, you've already given it that side momentum. It's already gonna be swinging out this way. It's already gonna be swinging back the other way. So what you need to do is not pull around, it's pull down. So, slow motion, we're turning it. It's dropping, we stretch into that pendulum. It's coming around anyway. So if I go out, I'm just gonna go way out here. So when I'm there, pull straight down to the belly button. Straight down to the belly button. Straight down to the belly button. It will look like you're pulling around because people watch the mace head come around, but you're not. Watch where my hands are. My hands are in my body. They don't deviate wider than the width of my head. My hands move up and down, but they go side to side this much. They don't go over here, okay? So those are your key points. Quick review is we up, we turn, we pendulum, we pull. Up, turn, pendulum, pull. Up, turn, pendulum, pull. If there's one thing you can remember that'll help is to just fucking relax. After you go up and turn, chill out, pull. Up and turn, chill out, pull. The chill out will make the pendulum happen automatically. You have to think about that part. That's where action happens. Then you relax, and then that's where action happens. No other action happens other than those 2 slight partial seconds. The rest of the time, you should be relaxing, okay? At first, you're gonna suck really bad at this because you're gonna try to control it, and that's just because it's a new movement. But if you understand the up and turn, and you can pendulum, just do enough reps, it'll sort itself out. Everyone sucks at these for like 1,000 swings. So get to work, send me videos at strongman_Dan on Instagram, and always feel free to comment down here and subscribe. We'll get some more content out. Talk to you soon.